That's great. So, Carrie, you've been someone who started off at a very young age, which I think the newer generation is aspiring to do that at age. But when you started off, not many people were doing that. Uh, how did you start? Was gaming your first thing? Because you're a gamer, you're a singer, you're a person who's in the movies, you're an actor, you're like everywhere and acing all of them. What was your first one? How did you start that?
My first love was always gaming. It has always been gaming. Since I was like 7 or 8 years old, that was the first time I ever held this console called PlayStation Portable PSP. I'm not sure if you guys know. That time,
I do.
You do, right?
Yes.
So
I'm still a gamer, but I didn't become carry. I became a carrier.
So that was the first time I held that console and I just fell in love with gaming. And you know, more than gaming, I realized it's more about the community that's built around it. Because see, when you're playing with, for example, you're playing with like 3-4 friends, what happens is just magical. It's not just you guys are having fun. It's the community, it's the bond that you build. And I don't think there is no activity better than gaming that can build bonds.
I agree. And I think it's the best thing that you can do as a team, as a group, and feel like one.
Yep. You put into like, virtually you put into like situations that you wouldn't normally see yourself in, and it's just amazing. I mean, I was reading this book, okay, it was about gaming, and I really like this line. They said like, when you guys, for example, 3 or 4 friends of yours are playing together, what happens is your breathing syncs. You guys are actually breathing together at the same time, and it's like rhythmic, it's the same. Something magical.
It's like the zenith of being synced in all possible scenarios. Your journey started with as a gamer, and then you moved on and you started building a huge community. People are crazy about you, have fans. I've seen you in so many stages with people screaming and really going crazy about you. You've managed to build that community, and when you decided to move into music, you've done a music which is mind-blowing. Your song is at 300 million on views, and this is just YouTube. If I put together all the streams and in Spotify and other things, maybe 1 billion, who knows. But how did you switch? I mean, did you do that because you loved singing? What was the reason for you to sing?
I mean, more than anything, see, my primary content is making roast videos. But what I think personally for me is like, you cannot put out your feelings in just how you like normally speak. You can't do that. You need some kind of an art form, and that for me was music. That's why I decided to do it. When I started, like, I was just randomly freestyling with my friends. We were pretty trash. We didn't know how to like rhyme words and everything. But like, as we built on it, and I think like 4-5 years I've been doing it. So yeah, I think I reached a point where I could like express my feelings in a way that people can also feel.
So you were expressing and you were singing, and it came like how?
Yeah.
And you blew off all the charts of that.
Yeah.
And how do you feel? Do you think that's become your first love, or still gaming is your first love?
My first love will always be gaming. And you know what I like to do? Every day, I don't want to waste any time. I want to be productive. Otherwise, I'll just get anxious. I have a certain routine that I need to follow. Like if I have free time, okay, I'm still writing something. I'm still making music. I'm still writing some sketch or maybe making a video, whatever. That's my free time, and that's my work time as well.
Wow.
So like technically, I'm just working 24/7.
How many people get to do that? Do what you love and do it for your own work, and that's your passion.
Yeah, I feel
you are blessed in
blessed.
many ways.
Yeah, I feel it's like I have the support of my family, which I think I'm very lucky with. Not a lot of people get that, especially in India. At the same time, I have the support of the community. They can relate to me. They vibe with me. They can feel when I am like singing certain type of things. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now you're also one unique person, because many people get to become a star and somebody else plays your role in a movie, like we've seen with cricketers and so many other people. And sometimes you as an actor play somebody else's role. But you're a unique person who's played Carrie in the movie itself.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Okay, so I just want to clarify, okay? So there are like, what happens is when I meet people, they're like, you are not the same person that I see you in the videos. Which I'm like, okay, that it, Gary Minati is a character that I play, okay? It's scripted, I write my lines and all that stuff, which I think is a compliment at the same time, because they cannot really tell the difference.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah.
So Carrie and Ajay are different.
Yeah.
They're two different individuals.
Yep.
Okay.
Gary Minati is a character. This is me. This is
Okay.
the real me. So what I have found, like, okay, so I kind of lost the, what was your question? I'm sorry.
I was asking, how did that movie happen?
Yeah.
And not just a movie happening, it's happening with you as you in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? That's very rare.
I think that was more like, I feel honored that I'm playing my character in a movie, like my character is being used in a movie. So it's like, I feel honored
No,
that
no,
it
absolutely.
happened. And when I heard it for the first time, I was like, okay, this is, I mean, usually I'm not into movies, but what attracted me to this was I was playing my own character. So I get to experience what happens on big sets and everything, but at the same time, I get to play myself.
No, this is just amazing. Switching a board a little more. As a teenager, when you made your first money, whatever that money is, 5,000 rupees or $500 or $50 or whatever, what was your first reaction?
I mean, I really didn't think about it, honestly. You know, before I wasn't.
You were enjoying and making money at the same time, so you didn't bother.
No. It was like, okay, when I was making content, okay, I feel like I am complete. Money is a separate part. It is essential. It is important for sure. But when I first started earning from YouTube, for me it was like, okay, I will not pay any attention to this because I'll get spoiled.
It would corrupt your mind.
I will corrupt my mind. I'll buy things that I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll never focus like earlier. I would never focus on money. I would just keep on creating. Like I don't want to stop. That was my mindset.
And did you spend your first money back buying more gaming consoles and more stuff? You need a lot of money to build good content. A brand deal does not come through. What do? Trash it, move on to a next one which is more cheaper, or reduce the cost, or do you just?
No, I don't like any hindrance with my content. If I am writing it, it's my baby. It's very personal to me. I don't care if somebody is paying me. Okay, I am lucky and I'm very grateful that I am in a position where I can fund myself and I can finance myself if I want to make something. For example, last year I made an animation skit which almost costed a fortune, but I really wanted to do it, and like I never got a chance to do it because it was just very expensive. God, animation is so expensive. I don't know why, but it is. So I'm very grateful that I was able to do it, and it was very fun. It was pretty fun.
So you invest back your money into building more content. If brand deals come along, great.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're anyways going on that track.
Yep.
It doesn't matter to you.
Yep.
And brand deals always come along.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
We have been pretty lucky with that.
And what I also know about you, Harry, that you are not just doing transactional businesses or brand deals or endorsements. You're actually doing much longer term endorsement deals. What are some of those deals? And do you think doing the long term deals are more beneficiary for both the creator as well as the brand?
I mean, it depends. It depends brand to brand, I would say. For example, okay, there's this brand called Arctic Fox. I love those guys. The reason why I do is they are very flexible. They trust me, okay? So for example, some brands don't really trust you. They'll hinder with your content. They'll be like, okay, you cannot say these things. You do not include this part. Or maybe I want my integration to be in like for a certain duration, like 1 minute, 30 seconds. I want the brand to trust me, okay, do whatever with me. I trust you. That's what I like. And that's why I love Arctic Fox.
Okay.
They have not even, I won't say they have just, funded me. They have enabled me to make great content. So I think long terms are good if the brand trusts you. If not, then just do a one time and then we can.
I totally agree with you, because if it is not harmonious, if you're not being able to feel that comfort, then you are doing it just for the heck of doing it.
Yeah, it's all about
that
the
doesn't
bond.
give you the right results.
Yep, it's all about the bond.
But I also know another thing about you, that what you get out of these endorsement deals in terms of monetary values, many a times are more than what a movie star gets for doing a movie.
I mean, I'm pretty grateful for that. I won't really comment on like.
Yeah, I know you keep your money track separate. You focused on your work. You don't even count how much it is.
Yeah, I don't want to really focus on money.
Who counts that for you? Is that Deepak?
Yeah, he's my cousin, also my manager. Interesting fact, he left his job to support me at the lowest point of my time. So, like, I've been pretty lucky with having support.
With people around you?
Yep.
Fantastic. When you get into a stage where you've reached a position now, you've built a community, what do you want to do? Do you want to start selling pillows? Or cookies? Or something else? Or you want to stick to a zone of your own which you like? I mean, for you, is it monetize my community? Or is it, I would do what my community likes versus I would do what I like? Or do a blend of both? But monetization or beating the hell out of the community is not what the goal is. What's your thought of that?
My goal is basically how do I strengthen the bond between me and my community. That's what I'm more concerned about. See if you can, like, as you said, I can sell pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be like, you'll use it for 2 days and then throw it away.
Yeah.
And then buy another one. Maybe you'll buy it for the hype and stuff like that. But what I want to do is like, I want to make the community more stronger. So I'll blend it. It will like 50-50. Something I'm interested in, something people are interested in, maybe something related to gaming and stuff like that. I'll be into that. Yeah, so if you guys have anything like that, please come up to me.
And what about, so what is next? Are you going to, for example, maybe launch a gaming company of your own?
Right now I'm more into writing, more into like shows and movies. That's what I want to do right now. I don't know about maybe 5 years from now, whatever. But right now I want to like, I keep on writing stuff. I keep on making people hear them. And I keep getting feedback and I keep improving on it. So what I really want to do is like, I want to create my own series. I want to create my own movie. I don't want to go into Hollywood. I don't want to go into Bollywood. I want to make my own, what do you call it? Carrywood.
Okay. Wow. And I'm sure you have so many fans, so many supportive fans that you're going to be sold out on the day one.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. I hope we can sustain for a long time. I mean, like the first few days or maybe the first few months, it's like smooth sailing. That's what I've heard. But how do you sustain that? That's the fight.
What's your favorite game?
What's my favorite game? I would have to say, like, I'm not sure if people are into gaming, but there's this game called God of War that came in 2018.
I know that.
Yeah, that game is amazing. I love story type of games more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing story.
Okay, and what's the game that you've played for the longest in your life?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
I've been a no-lifer because of Call of Duty. All my teenager years, like it's just dedicated to Call of Duty. Like I've been playing Call of Duty for the, I don't know, 7-8 years now. And at one point, what I used to do, my routine was wake up, practice, get my hands warm, and then I play with my friends, community, whatever you want to call it, and we'll play all day. Not studying, not doing anything, not going out to play, just basically being a big nerd.
Wow, and you know, if you hear him, he's warming his hands. It's almost like a cricketer getting ready to go play cricket. He's warming up. A wrestler getting ready to go.
Yeah, only the wrestler sounds more cool.
Yeah, and when you say I'm a gamer, I'm warming my fingers to go start playing my game.
Yeah.
It sounds strange, but that's the dedication. You're a sportsman from that point of view, right?
Tell that to my parents.
Yeah, I don't
like,
think they
Mom, I am warming up my hands. Please don't disturb.
Don't disturb me.
Yeah.
But if you were playing cricket and you would have told your mom, I'm doing fitness to go to play cricket, it would have been okay.
Yeah, that would have been okay.
Okay. How did they react when you first started warming your fingers? Did they think, what's wrong with this guy? What's he doing? Did they react like that?
I mean, they always said like, just go out. What they always feared was that I'll be just sitting in the chair. And that's what really happened. I'm still sitting in that chair.
You conquered the world sitting in the chair. They didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I found comfort and I found like, whatever, like, I don't say like, I won't like to say that I'm successful, like, this is not final for me. I think
this journey.
Yeah, I've just created a base.
Yeah.
So, sitting on a chair still. So yeah, my parents are proud of that. I'm still sitting in that same chair. I have the same chair when I had it like for the past, I don't know, 7-8 years.
Wow. You know, I also play a lot of Call of Duty. I've played all of seasons of Call of Duty.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, my score chart is 150, but my 10-year-old son is beating me every day.
It's what?
My 10-year-old son is beating me in Call of Duty every day.
Yeah, he got sharp eyes.
Yeah,
the older
better reflex, I'm getting older.
Exactly, getting older, man. You need to warm up your fingers first.
Yeah, I learned that today from you. I have to go do this, warm up, and then try it next time.
Do it in front of your mom, she'll love it.
No, I don't think she'll get it. She anyways doesn't get what I do. Which is supposed to be a more organized industry. She still doesn't get that. So I think this is not going to happen.
Yep.
So, what is your next plan? I mean, do you plan like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? How do you plan your next move, next plan, next song? Whatever you're planning in your life, how do you plan?
Okay, right now I'm planning to do, what I mainly do is roast people. Now I've started making skits and sketches, like very professionally done and like professionally written.
Wow.
Obviously I'm writing it. I love that part. Like I don't want to do something that I've not written.
Wow.
Unless and until it's like the best.
Tell us more about it. What's the plan?
If somebody is writing something great and they narrate it to me, I am jealous. I am pissed off. Because I wish I would have written that. So right now I'm focusing on sketches, skits, and at the same time like doing what I like, giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
And that's my plan for this year. I don't know about the next 5 years, man. You don't know how the world changes in the next 5 years. You cannot really plan it. So just plan for like 1 year. That's the maximum you can do. And even don't do that. Just listen what you really want to do and do it.
Wow. And you're very right. I mean, the world's changing fast.
Yeah.
Who knows, you would be singing and playing game in metaverse 5 years from now, right?
So that would be pretty weird right now.
Right now, of course. So, but do you plan to go more mainstream in movies, or do you want to go any new diversifications that you plan?
OTT is very exciting to me. Like more than movies, I believe OTT is very exciting to me because they are like, you're not limited enough.
So are you
not limited.
Are you launching an OTT of your own?
I don't know, not yet.
Or bring your gang along and launch a OTT?
It's very hard to say because right now I just want to get established in a particular OTT except YouTube. That's what I want to do first, and then maybe we can look at that option. I'm not sure right now.
And going back to being the Asia's biggest YouTuber or creator, when you hit that mark, what was your feeling? I mean, I want to really understand your true feeling that when you hit it, it's almost like a gratification, right? A recognition. How did you feel when you were marked that you are now the biggest YouTuber in Asia?
I felt bad for myself because see, we as humans we have pretty large egos.
Yeah.
And it was a huge ego boost. And at the time I feel like I was too confident. But you know what? Life humbles you many times. It just slaps you down and puts you in the right position.
Yeah.
So I cannot still believe it. I'm still grateful, but I don't really think about it much because it's not something that's going to stay forever. What's going to stay forever is going to be what I create. So I'm more focused on that always. Money, fame, numbers, they will come and go. What remains is what you make.
You know, I know another thing about you. And Gurpreet told me this, and I was really, I would say I was feeling extremely happy of how you think. You you mentioned once that as my audience evolves, as my audience moves, I want to move with them. Give us a little information on how you think about that and what's your dimension and how do you calibrate your life to change that?
Okay, it's basically like how entrepreneurs do it. They see like what will work in the future and they do it at the present moment. So that's kind of the same thing. So I've been doing this for the past 7-8 years. When I started, I was very young and so was my audience. So they have been like growing up with me. And if I don't evolve, they'll leave me.
Yeah.
They'll go to somebody else. Like market is full of creators. You cannot just stick to one, right? So what I want to do is like see what they might like in the future and make it right now. So later on, I'm like already one step ahead.
Yeah. No, I think this is actually a very important point because a lot of creators just create something, they become very popular, and they stick to that zone, that genre, that category, and before they realize, the audience has moved on.
Yep.
Because I used to love something when I was 10-year-old, but when I'm 15, when I'm 20, my experiences and requirements changes.
Yep.
So you drop and you move, but
Yep.
they don't evolve, and that's why they fall off. But how do you measure that? How do you do a lot of conversation with your audience, with your fans? Do you get a lot of feed-in? Do people send you advices on DM saying, Carrie, I think you should start doing this. Carrie, I think you should start doing this. Do people do that?
I'll tell you, okay? So like people want the same thing. That's for sure. I'll give you an example, okay? The guy who cuts my hair, he's like, sir, the first time you came in this salon, you said give me this kind of a style. I did that. And the next month you came to me, you said like do the same thing. I did that. Now it's been 3 years. Give me a chance to do something different. So I'm like, yeah man, exactly. So like we are all the same. That's for me as well. Like I want people to give me a chance to do something else. I want people to understand I am more than what I can, what I'm offering them right now. And they won't ask for it. They won't do it. I have to give it to them. And it's like I said, it's how you invest in future. You make something that you think is going to work in the future and you make it right now. So you're already one step ahead.
So like the barber, when you allow him the chance to do something different with your hair, like the barber, is your heart also thinking that maybe I will cut it wrong and the end result might not come out well?
Exactly.
So the experience is the same that the barber has versus you.
Yeah.
How do you do the risk measurements there? How do you ensure? Are you overthinker or you're impulsive? You just go about it and we'll see how it goes.
I mean, I am an overthinker for sure. I get very anxious. Like I talk to myself a lot.
Okay.
Because I create videos alone. Like I've always been that person. I want to create alone. I don't think it's a choice. It's more like that's what works for me. So I've always been in that zone. And sorry, I lost track.
No, it's perfect. What I would like to do is open up for maybe 1 or 2 questions, if anybody, because this is a chance that you don't want to miss. Maybe yes, one guy. I'm already out of time.
So Carrie, you are already killing it, my man. So I have a question like, I'm a crypto Web3 NFT content creator. So do you have any plans to make your own NFT collection?
You won't like my answer, man.
I think you won't like. Do you want to buy it or do you want to launch it?
See, the basic concept of NFT, what I've understood, is that you want to build a community. I already have that community, so I don't think like it's basically like a cool membership. So I already have a membership. I think it's pretty cool. So I don't have any plans of like getting into NFTs right now.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, one last question. Him.
Yeah. So like, please correct me if I'm wrong, but like, your videos majorly include roasting videos and gaming videos, which cater to a specific set of audience or a specific set of age group per se. And like, as you said that you have much more to offer than what you are offering right now to to your audience. So do you like think about the audience that you're not catering of, or like do not like go through your videos, etc.? Do you care about those expectations as well? And like if you, what are your future plans for that?
See, what I always do is when I'm making a video, if you go into like, if you create something which is like very niche to your audience, that's good. They love it. They love it by their heart. But what you need to do is keep a balance. What I try to do is, I try to make videos from a perspective, okay, if I was new to this channel, if I was discovering this channel for the first time, what will be my impression? How will I make people understand? So the basic, okay, first step of creation is, you don't have to make great content. You don't. You have to make content that people can understand. And the more people understand your content, the more they will consume it. Then you can build upon it, then you'll use your skills, then you'll get experienced, and that's how you make great content. First, you make people understand what you're making the video about.
Fantastic, guys. Let's give a big hand to Carrie. Thank you so much, Carrie, for sharing the information. It was great.
Thank you very much, Kari and Shabir, for this
Thank you.
session. I'll explain now what's happening next.
Come.
Come and say hi.
Come.
And I'll say goodbye. Thanks.
My man, banana man.
Cheers, man. Take care.
Okay, so what's happening right now is we have another option in the workshops. If you're interested in turning content creation into a career,